guys, welcome to today's video. So today I'm going to be talking about the Ordinary Lactic Acid 10% plus hyaluronic acid. Now a couple of videos ago I did upload a video on products that I'm absolutely enjoying at the moment. If you haven't seen that video, definitely check it out. I do list off a fair amount of products in that video and I will leave it below for you. But in that video I did talk briefly about the lactic acid and why I'm currently loving this at the moment. So of course in this video I will give you a review, let you know what this can do for your skin, of course. But before we get right into today's video, if you'd like to subscribe to my channel and ring that notification bell, by doing so you will always be notified whenever I upload a new video, and I do upload videos every single week. So let's get right into it. Now, if you are new to my channel, I do talk a lot about the Ordinary skincare line and I do have a fair amount of videos on my channel. I do talk about the Ordinary products that would be best suited for certain skin types, skin concerns. I do talk a lot about anti-aging and acne, and the list goes on. So definitely go and have a look. But in today's video, of course, we will be talking about the lactic acid 10% plus hyaluronic acid. Now, the Ordinary does have another form of lactic acid, which is a 5% strength. Now, if you are new to acids, especially a lactic acid, it's best to start with the 5% strength first. Use it for a good length of time before jumping to the 10% strength. This way you are going to eliminate irritation, dryness, and sensitivities. But because I'm already using glycolic acid, I am using a retin-A tretinoin, my skin is already accustomed to higher strength products. So I am able to jump to the 10% strength. Now, lactic acid is an alpha hydroxy acid, and underneath the alpha hydroxy acid umbrella, there are other forms of acids as well. You can find glycolic acid being one of them. Mandelic acid also falls under the alpha hydroxy acid umbrella as well, and the list goes on. And then of course you have your beta hydroxy acids, and that is usually where salicylic acid is. So lactic acid is an alpha hydroxy acid, and this is a mild form of exfoliation. So this is going to be more gentle on the skin than, let's say, the glycolic acid. Now, I find glycolic acid can be very harsh on the skin, especially when you are using a certain percentage of strength. This one from The Ordinary is a 7% strength, but you can find other glycolic acids on the market that have a lower percentage. And I do find that this can be very drying on the skin, and this can cause a lot of sensitivities as well, which is why I've gone to a lactic acid. So I will talk a little bit about that in this video, but I do want to tell you a little bit more about lactic acid. A lot of skin types can use lactic acid, whether you have dry skin, normal, oily, or combination skin. If you have sensitive skin, you need to be careful on any type of acid you apply to your skin. But if you really want to try the lactic acid, I would strictly stick with the 5% strength or go to the Ordinary's mandelic acid. Now, I'm actually going to be picking up the mandelic acid because I have never used this acid before and I'm really curious about it. So I will be trying that product out and I will have a review for all of you very shortly. But that is another gentle form of an acid, as the molecule size of that acid is larger, which will actually take longer to penetrate into your skin, which makes it a gentle acid. But no matter what skin type you have, you want to make sure that you do a 24-hour patch test before applying any acid to your entire face. Now, lactic acid should be used ideally in your nighttime skincare routine, and this would come after you've cleansed your skin and before your water-based serums, your creams, and your oils. Now, lactic acid is a great product to incorporate if you do have uneven skin tone, you have texture, you have dull-looking skin, fine lines and wrinkles, and I find if you have acne, this really helps to clear up acne as well, especially from my own experience. When I break out, I do break out along my jawline, especially on my upper neck area, my chin, and sometimes my cheeks. And I really do find that if I have any active acne going on, this really does help to clear it up pretty quick. Now the sun is starting to come through my blinds, as you can see here, so please ignore this. I really don't know how to eliminate this at the moment, but lactic acid, the reason why I've now gone to a lactic acid versus the glycolic acid. Now don't get me wrong, I really do enjoy this. I would recommend this product, But if you've been following me for quite some time, you will know that I've recently just made it to 4 days a week with my Retin-A tretinoin. Now that I'm here, my goal is to get to 5 days a week, and I am trying. I'm not there yet, but I have incorporated my Retin-A a little bit more lately. So the nights that I am not using my Retin-A tretinoin, I like to use an acid of some type to exfoliate my skin. Now, whenever I'm using my Retin-A tretinoin, I never use any forms of acids because using these two together in the same routine will make your skin more sensitive, and dryness can occur as well, which I'm trying to totally prevent because using Retin-A, your skin becomes pretty dry. So since upping to 5 days a week, I can no longer use my glycolic acid because when I use this on the nights that I am not using my Retin-A, I have a lot of sensation on my skin. I experience a lot of tingling, and of course I'm experiencing a lot of dryness with this as well. So I wanted to try something different. I wanted to start using an acid that is more mild, and that's when I went with the lactic acid, and this has been 100% better. Of course, I still experience a little bit of dryness, but the irritation that I get from the glycolic acid, I am not getting with the lactic acid. I am not getting that tingling sensation on my skin when I'm using this. So this has been really lovely, and I'm going to be sticking with lactic acid for a while. I'm not enjoying the glycolic acid right now because I don't like the way my skin feels, and I don't like how dry my skin is getting as well. And now that we're coming into the colder months, that is not going to be a good thing because I do live in Canada and our winters can be pretty brutal. So lactic acid is where it's at. Now the mandelic acid, like I said, I'm really curious about that acid because that is more gentle as well, but it has a larger molecule. So I'm curious to see how that works on my skin, especially upping my usage with my Retin-A. So that might be another good option as well. But I'm telling you right now, if you have a hard time with glycolic acid or any type of acid in general, I would look into the lactic acid. This really has made a difference in my skincare routine. It's a lot more gentle on my skin. My skin is tolerating to this so well. And I used to use lactic acid several years ago and I never had issues back then. But like I said, I like to switch up my products from time to time. And then of course, I try new things and then I forget about products as well. So I'm glad that I am back with the lactic acid, and this is where it's going to be for now on, and I couldn't be happier. Another thing that I really love with the Ordinary's lactic acid in particular is that there is Tasmanian pepperberry in here. Now this ingredient will actually help to eliminate irritation caused by the acid. Now the Ordinary's glycolic acid toner also has that Tasmanian pepperberry in here. The mandelic acid from the Ordinary also has that ingredient, and this will help to prevent irritation. But of course, in my situation, that ingredient did not help me one bit with using this on the nights that I am not using my Retin-A, because if you have used Retin-A before, this is a prescription-based product and this is very strong, and everybody tolerates to Retin-A differently. I am on the 0.025% strength, so I am at the lowest strength right now, and eventually I will work my way up to the highest percent, but that is going to be so far in the future. But until then, it's really good to make the switch and use an acid that your skin can tolerate to, especially on the nights that you are not using your Retin-A. And I do think it's important to use a chemical exfoliant at least 1 day a week just to help with exfoliation. Chemical exfoliants are a lot better to use on your skin versus a physical exfoliation, and that is a scrub. Those can be very irritating and damaging to certain skin types, so using a chemical exfoliant, especially one that your skin can tolerate to, would be a lot safer in the long run. So this is very affordable. This retails at $6.70 Canadian, and you really can't beat that. All of the Ordinary products are really affordable and very effective in my opinion. So I will touch base on this product a couple of months from now. I will let you know how my Retin-A journey is doing, whether I got to the 5 days a week, if this is still working well on the nights that I am not using my Retin-A, and so on. But until then, I will be purchasing that mandelic acid. I will be trying it out and giving you a complete rate, review, and of course letting me know how I like that acid as well. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed it and that you found it helpful. And of course, I will see you all in my next video. So take care, and I will see you guys then. Bye guys.